narrow gravel roads, slushy rainforest, 1974 Land Rover Safari. I mean, straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. Loaded with 12 teenagers from the ministry we used to work at with my family. We were getting ready to spend an adventure at the beach for the day when an immediate, kind of like out of nowhere, right turn forced our car onto the edge of the cliff, turning the car into a giant seesaw. I mean, everybody could feel the car moving up and down. I could see like the end of the cliff. And I just remember in a moment, like everyone's survival instinct just kicked in. And in a second, it became like a survival of the fittest moment. Everybody's freaking out until we heard the voice that said, "Be still, I got it." Hello, North Coast. My name is David Garcia. I'm the global Spanish pastor here in the Vista campus. Thank you for joining us for today's Daily Dose as we talked about practicing patience in a fast-paced world. Now, remember the story of Jesus on the boat with the disciples? Remember the storm kind of broke out? What did he say? He said to the storm, "Be still," and the storm calmed. I just want to remind you real quick, if Jesus can stop the storms of this earth, he can stop the storms in your life. That's why he said to the ocean, to the lake that was like in a storm. But what's more important, I think, is what he told the disciples later. He said, "I've got it. I've got it. Don't you know who I am?" And I just love that piece of it because I can still hear my dad's voice in the middle of the chaos going like, "Hey guys, I've got this." Everybody stopped moving. The car stopped swaying until the back tires caught a little bit of the street and we backed out into safety. It is hard for me to not think about our Bible verse for today that we find in Psalms 46:10. This is what the scripture has for us today. It says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted on earth." I think that is so cool that God has to give us a reminder of like, hey, I got this, all right? I got this. And at the end of the day, I win, you win. We're in the series of Revelations talking a little bit about that. And it's just understanding that at the end of the day, he wins. So he has to remind us, hey, be still. Don't try something out of impatience. Don't try something out of the fast-paced world that you live in, because I just want to remind you, I have some facts for you here. Listen to this. In 2011, Americans took in 5 minutes as much information in a day as they did in 1986. During our leisure time, not counting work, each of us processes over 34 gigabytes or 100,000 words every day. The world's 21,274 television stations produce 85,000 hours of original programming every single day as we watch an average of 5 hours of TV every day. That's crazy. And that's not counting YouTube that pushes 6,000 hours of video every hour. We live in a fast-paced world that is pushing us, always telling us, hey, make a decision now. You're going to miss up on the deal. Make sure that Prime Day, you buy what you need to, Black Friday, all these things that you have to do right now. Here's what's crazy, guys. I just want to remind you of this, okay? We have time. We have time. We have an eternity with Jesus. And I think what he's telling us today is that if we can trust him with our eternity, we can trust him with our today. That's all I got for you today, North Coast. And I pray from all the Spanish ministry, we want to remind you, we're praying for you, that today you will be able to hear God's voice saying, "Be still, I've got this." It's not a call to not do anything, it's a call to surrender. Surrender your decisions to him today because he's got you. He's calling you out today to trust him with your today and your eternity. See you next time.